Meanwhile, it is Fat Tuesday, and Fat Chance Washington is going to do anything to spoil the spending party. The president releasing his budget that actually calls for at least $600 billion in new spending to Budget Committee Vice Chair Tom Price, who says more of the same. But, Congressman, I love having you on, but it seems like a lot of your colleagues in the Republican Party just sort of accept this and hope that things go their way in November, and it's like, you know, a big cross of the fingers, but that's it.
No, I disagree, Neil. I think that what we've seen, again, is really a sad and disappointing budget from the president because what he believes is that we don't need to address the real challenges that we've got. Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, these programs need to be saved and strengthened. That's why in our budget, in the past and this year again, we will put forward a budget that outlines how you save and strengthen Medicare, how you provide security for those in the Medicaid population. And the president refuses to do that.
Yeah, but even in this latest budget, remember he broke the deal in agreement with you, the grand bargain he made with Speaker Boehner about at least trimming cost of living increases, I believe, just largely for veterans and their benefits. But Republicans just got nervous about that as well and said, all right, let's just rescind those planned cuts. So no one seems to have the will to do the kind of things that might get them a little mainstream media pressure.
Well, that's why we need bipartisan work. We need the president to come to the table and actually lead instead of put forward what, in essence, as you described, is basically a political document. This isn't a budgetary document. This is a political document so that his party can get through November of this year. That's not the kind of leadership that we need in Washington.
Well, tell you what's going to happen, sir, is he's going to then say, all right, well, he wants to kill our seniors and take back their benefits, so that many of your colleagues, you might be very secure in your district, but many of your colleagues are saying, I don't want to step on that third rail, so I'll just step outside.
Aren't you tired of that kind of rhetoric?
I most certainly am.
It drives me crazy. I'm telling you, the challenges that we have are massive. And to have the president put out his budget in the 6th year now of his presidency and not address those issues, that's absolutely irresponsible.
Well, do your colleagues tell you they're hanging their hats on this November thing? Is that what it comes down to? I mean, there are guys like you, and I will give you credit. You've been a consistent voice on this stuff. But I got to tell you, a lot of your colleagues woefully disappoint me. Are they hanging it on the fortunes changing in November, bigger majority in the House, you hope, maybe you take the Senate, and then you're going to get serious?
Well, we hope that happens so that we can actually solve some of these challenges. We've gotten no cooperation on the Senate side from Harry Reid, and the president, again, refuses to come to the table. So our job, we're the minority party in Washington. Our job is to put forward a contrast, an alternative, a positive alternative for the American people to look at and say, hey, those folks are really fighting on our behalf.
All right. Well, thank you very much for just showing you a chart as you were speaking, Congressman, of the projections the White House has of revenues coming in versus what the CBO does. The CBO tends to be a lot more conservative and justifiably so. In the meantime, you can get your questions.